everybody? Clint Esposito here, along with Skrantavius, for another
It's just
edition
Skrany.
of of Two Wheels to Freedom. We're going to preview Detroit Supercross, right?
Absolutely. We're gonna dive right into it. And
Dive
if you
right
guys want
into
to
Detroit
make some
Supercross.
money or make some headway on your fantasy picks,
Oh, I didn't get the right sounds up. Hold on.
we know our shit. Like I'm just gonna say that
Okay, well,
because
let's get right
we
into.
predicted the previous weekend
Did
Jordan
we
Smith
predict, or we just said it with our news?
and
It's not really news. It's just a track map, but but that's fine. Here we go. I got it now. All right, let's look at the track. Another right-handed first turn. It's not as sharp as last week's was, but still. And then you go right into. It's got to be outside here, right? You obviously don't go into the finish line. Rhythm section.
yeah,
Hairpin whoop section, which looks like they have a lot of whoops there again. I guess they threw out the 9 whoop rule. And then triple sand turn. Kind of a sweeping sand turn. Double finish line. Cross to start. Another rhythm. Short rhythm zigzag here. Nothing too crazy, huh? Pretty standard.
no, it's actually for being Detroit floor. Like that stadium's so huge, and it's only used for a football stadium. So the floor print on in that stadium is massive. I feel like that those features will be a lot bigger than the animation shows us because I was just telling a couple of my buddies Detroit happens to be one of the biggest floor plans, like floor overall layouts, just because it's a football field in Detroit, and that favors the guys who. Oh, Clint, I see what you're doing over there. It's the track butthole was found, so he's just making sure.
I'm just circling it. Trying to
Yeah,
loosen it up so that it's,
and it's kind of speaking of like unique tracks. Hey, that is a. I mean,
look
the
at this
start is
section.
kind
Hey,
of interesting.
look how the start it sweeps around, and look how that rhythm section starts wider and tapers down. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
That's such a small sand section, which I agree on because this is starting to get super, like they call it super motocross. It's starting to be just like motocross and a supercross layout. But I want to see more supercross features on the track.
And you know that the dirt is going to be soft because
The dirt.
it always is, and that seems to be the ruts and stuff and the track breakdown seems to be one of the big factors.
Is that be, you know, do you think Eminem's gonna be there?
I think him and Kendra Lust are going to be there, probably.
That's what I heard. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
His palms are sweaty.
yeah, because he's with Kendra Lust. Is that why? No. Okay, so over the last couple of years, Jet Lawrence won last year, so that doesn't help us with our picks.
He's out.
Chase Sexton won the year before, so that is a little bit of help. And then the 2 years prior, Eli Tomac won, which also doesn't help us with our picks.
He's out.
So a couple of the, surprise. Most of the big names are out, unfortunately.
It's it's more like all we're given is bad news now because every week there's a new injury and it's like which injury stood out to you very most. Obviously it's Eli Tomac, but then the Hunter Lawrence being out is pretty crazy to me.
Well, I think
That,
obviously the two big ones are Jet and Eli and we've had this conversation a couple times now. We were like, oh, this is sick. We're getting like the battle that we wanted.
And then
Yeah.
and then Roxon's a full race down from what happened last weekend with the lappers and his chain falling off his whole
Yeah.
bike.
Yeah, he's
That's
way
like
out of the points now, so that sucks. Um, it's like, will he push as much, or is it better because he doesn't have pressure? I don't think they were into the part of the season where he was feeling pressure for trying to.
no, he would be if he had say hypothetically speaking, he had decent results last weekend in Tampa. He would be in the driver's seat, if not very close to the contending for the championship
Oh yeah,
lead,
what did
and then
Chase?
having a gap over the guys like Cooper Webb. Instead, now we're looking at a lot of variances between points.
Well, let's see. So what did
The
Chase end
real
up
the real
getting?
toss around now is the for exciting. What keeps it exciting for me is the East Coast 250 class. I'm predicting something different this weekend. We'll probably get into it already, but I have some weird vibes and feelings towards Faulkner. I feel like Faulkner is going to have a weekend this weekend.
You think so? Because I was thinking that last week and he was so far off. So yeah, Chase
So
finished
what I ended,
fifth. So yeah, it's very likely that if Kenny had stayed up there, right, he'd be at least in front of Justin Cooper. You know,
I mean,
maybe in
Cooper
front of
has
Anderson.
consistent results, but he's never like the actual guy. There's like three left on that list to me that are championship guys. It's Roxon, Webb, Sexton, and then you could maybe throw
Ando.
Anderson in the mix.
Where is he? I think he's almost the same points down as Kenny.
Anderson got such a, I mean, guaranteed.
Yeah,
I mean, no one sees it, but he has such right now. He knows there's opportunity.
of
There's
course.
never been a better opportunity for him
But
right now with
still,
some of the guys being out.
with that being said, Sexton
He's
has
so awesome.
101, Cooper Webb has 96, Anderson has 84, Roxon has 83. So they're pretty much, Roxon and Anderson are basically
Our
tied
race
here.
down.
Yeah,
They're race down basically. That sucks.
exactly. So I mean, I have a hard time
Cooper.
believing that they're going to be that consistent through the rest of the year and pick up an entire race worth of points, to be quite honest with you. And I don't see. So what has he got? What has Chase got on Webb here? 5 points. I see. I think Cooper's going to win the
There's
championship.
gonna be multiple winners now throughout the year. It's a long seasons in front of us. I think there's like 13 more races. So
Right, but it's like look at the track record. Sexton is like 1 or 5, or you know what I mean. You can't do that with Webb. Webb's just like 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 1, 3, 2. Like
he'll have one. Yeah, that's very true. And he's on a different bike this year, and he's kind of a beast. But he's gonna have to contend for wins now. Like they're all in it to win it now.
yeah, for sure. No, he needs to start. Like with that being said, he needs to show up and start really putting in some good rides there. But again, like we were saying, it's East Coast now. It's going to be ruddy. He does good in those conditions. Although we just looked at it, Chase won not last year, but the year before there. So there's that. All right, so let's look
Chase,
at. Go ahead.
Joe, Chase. Oh, go ahead. Well, what are you looking at? Bets? Okay, let's go. Let's
We're
go
looking
with
at
it.
the odds now. So for this week, we got Sexton is plus. Oh, is this? Um, Yeah, this is to win the round. I didn't know if it was to win the championship. It's to win the round. Sexton is 154. Isn't that weird? Shouldn't he be like a negative? Um,
That's why.
Nobody's a negative here. It's like vote for or sorry, bet on any one of these guys. I mean, this is just to win though, but I kind of think Webb is going to come in there. So for
Out
if you bet
Saturday.
$20, you'd win 59.20 on web. And then with this NXT bets, if you're lucky enough to be in the state where you can use it, they also have betting to just be on the podium. So Webb is negative 133. Sexton is negative 110. Roxon is plus 174. It's weird they just have Kenny on there with those two.
Chase Sexton's obviously going to be the top dog and the guy that they're all chasing around the track. But if there is variances in the starts and some problems off the start, which Chase Sexton often has, Anderson can take advantage by having good start. I feel like Anderson has the aggression. Anderson has the speed. Anderson has the wherewithal to win the race overall. So, like, if I'm betting this weekend and I'm just messing around, which I want to do this, we're just waiting for a different situation because California over here where I'm at,
Well,
New Jersey where Clint's at, it
I
doesn't allow us to bet.
but I started an
But
account on this BetOnline that we just can't do like the bet for podium position, which I like better. I like being able to just be like, I feel confident they're riding good, they're going to be top 3, versus being like this guy's going to have a night and then just haul off and win it, you know.
I I'm gonna feel like Anderson will be a good play. I don't know what his standings at right there,
So
but I think
I got
going
him up
down.
right here. He's plus 824. So if you bet $20, you'd win $184 on him. And he's also plus 234 to get on the podium. So $20 bet would get you 66.80.
Oh, I'm going with podium then, but also like he's a contender for the wins because could you do a
Yeah, for
win or
sure.
a podium?
That I'm not sure because we can't actually get into gameplay on this one. Do we think? I
That'd be
mean,
fun.
I think these other two are long shots, not like. I mean, I guess you would have said that about Malcolm as well, but Barsha, he is plus 22.98. So if you bet $20, you would win $479. Still not even as big a payout as like Malcolm was.
That would
Okay.
be that would be a good play for your money too.
What is it for podium for Barsha? Plus
Actually,
433.
Barsha's just Barsha. I'm gonna already say Barsha's ass this year, and I feel like some people have this deal going on to where when they become dads and fathers, I feel like there's something that clicks to where they got to be safer or more or
Yeah.
less aggressive on the track, or I don't focus. Some don't, such as Eli Tomac. Tomac's a rad dad situation, and
Yep.
then Barsh is fresh to the dad scene right now. So I mean his results are. That's the only thing that I could see.
He's up
I mean, he
breastfeeding.
hasn't had an injury. He just switched. I mean, Gas is a premium premier team, and he's the man. And then all of a sudden, like it's just this year, he doesn't even. You be hoping and praying that he can get you points in your fantasy top 5 or
Yeah.
6.
Well, same thing with Justin Cooper. Did he get worse in the whoops? What the hell happened? Because I don't remember him being that bad. And now all of a sudden this year, he went from like first to like fifth just because he kept jumping through the whoops
There is bike setup issues that some people
with
have
the Yamaha.
difficulties with, and I don't know if Yamaha's having those right now with their suspension. Who knows? I don't even think that's a thing.
But
But
The other Cooper, Cooper Webb doesn't seem to be having bike
no,
issues, and Tomac didn't either.
Cooper Webb needs to trade places with Justin Cooper for his
Start
start,
wise, yeah.
and then Justin Cooper can take his whoop speed. They should trade.
I don't think that's still a good trade for. I think Cooper's better off getting the starts he's getting and being able to ride whoops than having to. I'm telling you, Justin Cooper got the start, and I bet you he was the same as everybody around the whole track, but he ended up fading back to fifth. But
True.
if they have a track with no whoops, then Justin Cooper is still plus 3,072, and on a
I don't.
$20 bet, you'd make
They won't
630.
run up. They won't run too many tracks without whoop
I know,
sections.
I'm joking. SMX. Once he gets into SMX, he should be good. All right, so now we got some head-to-heads here. this NXT Bets has more head-to-heads than the other site does. They have Dylan Ferrandis versus Jason Anderson. I'm taking Anderson all day on this one. Yeah, for sure. On $20, you're gonna get $32 because he's obviously heavy favorite in that one. Cooper
That's
Webb
easy. I
versus
would put my mortgage on that. I don't have a mortgage, but like you throw your whole bank account on it.
yeah, for sure. You're pretty sure he's gonna beat him.
It's so safe.
Dylan Ferrandis is now vegetarian for everybody. If you want to know why not to bet on him, was that rude?
No.
Okay.
Gotta eat meat.
Next matchup is Cooper Webb versus Ken Roxon, and as much as I love Kenny, I think probably I would go Cooper on this one. Who is the favorite
All
as
right.
well?
Let's go. Okay, this will be a friendly one then, Clint. I want to take. I have the opposite. I feel like Kenny's gonna have a revenge weekend this weekend just because his race result last week was out of his hands.
Yeah.
He didn't. He could have kicked his bike over and probably worked his way up to at least 10th,
And
leaving him
you
like
know what else?
what?
How was that like halfway through the main?
Yeah, he would have crushed it, and so
But
like
my
it
whole
was
point
out of his
is
hands. So
he
like to
saved all that
me,
energy.
Ken Roxon is going to win. I mean, Ken Roxon is going to beat for sure win that matchup. But he's going to be one of the guys that is going to be contending for the W because he's going to be so fast all day with riding with some aggression.
And it gets ruddy there, and I feel like Kenny's pretty good when it gets like technical like that and slow. Like he usually does pretty good.
And there's blood in the water right now, and Ken Roxon is a shark. Like a little, he's gonna be seeking and hunting now that he knows he's points down. He can still get himself back into this situation.
Seeking and hunting and seeking. Okay, Justin Barsha, Malcolm Stewart. Justin Barsha is favored in this one.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
Malcolm Stewart's taking it.
So there you go. Head to head number 4, Aaron Plessinger versus Justin Cooper.
Cooper.
How has
Yep,
Plessinger
Cooper.
been?
I'm going Cooper.
I know. Even with his terrible whoop speed, Aaron's not been showing very much so far this year.
Plessinger's had problems this season.
Yeah. Okay, now the Monster Energy AMA Supercross Championship Futures update. So that's to win the championship. Cooper Webb, if you had bet on him prior to last weekend, if you had bet on him 3 weeks ago, that would have been a good bet. But now you're kind of, might as well put some money on Kenny to win it because then at least you'd make something. I think.
I agree.
Oh, well, Sexton's a negative right now, but I would say I kind of feel Cooper's going to win the championship.
It's so tough to call. I don't want to make a call because I think it'd be with my heart right now, obviously. But,
Listen, and I'm not really a Cooper fan, so I'm going totally with head right now because I think that this is going to happen. Hold on. Let me get you something here. I think this is Coop entering the stadium this weekend. Timmy's going into Detroit. He's going to kick some ass.
I think you do like Cooper Webb.
I don't.
Cooper
I really
Webb.
don't. He is
Cooper
a dog,
Webb.
though, man.
True.
He's very mentally strong. He doesn't fade. Listen, I'm Kenny guy. I love Kenny. The only person's hat I got is a Ken Roxon hat. But since the injuries, he just cannot hold it together for the whole season. And I get the physical issues and stuff like that. I don't think he's a pussy. I think he actually, like it was a lot on his body, and to train that hard is a lot. And I just don't know. he even went like mainly carnivore and stuff, which I would agree with for the scenario, but I just don't know that he has it for the whole season.
Meat eater, son.
He does for a night. Listen, if I can watch practice and see how he does in practice, and if he's crushing it, I'm not against a late bet on Kenny, but this far in advance, I mean, you might be right. He might show up and be like ready to roll. All right, he's texting his friends now. We're gonna go. We're gonna go to viral load. We caught it right at the end. We got to watch it over. All right, a little bit of hometown arena cross action here. He gets a little huckabuck, as Emig would. I guess Bradshaw was the one that said that. Seat bounce, turn. He was the originator of it, because I heard a Whiskey Throttle podcast with him, and they were talking about trying to talk to the mechanics and stuff for testing, and they referenced weird lingo. He did, and Pingree was like, huckabuck? And he goes, yeah, huckabuck. So I guess he's the guy that came up with that. You would figure some North Carolina kid would come up with huckabuck for sure.
That got ejectocito, Cazo.
Ejectocito. The Triumph did not. The pole triumphed.
Is he on a Triumph?
Yeah. You got the first one in the state, dude. All right, here we go. I like this just because I think it's cool. I think it's cool because he's doing gnarly tricks to a fucking concrete
I think this is awesome.
Bank that's super tight.
Plus, I like Colby Gort. Colby Gort's savage.
Yeah, for sure. I think as far as, and that's a cool little hip there, but I think as far as for Americans pushing for tricks, he's like our best shot right now. You know what? Like an X Games medal.
Free ride for sure. We're showing an urban clip of we're talking about free ride, like just ramp.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Ramp to bag, ramp to landing. He's so good. He's pushing the limits.
Right, and I just think it's cool that he set it up to a concrete bank there where the knuckle. Let's wait for it again. Look how tight the knuckle is if you were to hang up on this thing.
Hey, look how tight that knuckle. That's what he said.
Why would he say that, Skrany?
Because he saw some girl walking by and he said that.
All right, I thought this was funny. Salt Acres MX after my buddy disappears over the jump with a panic rev followed by a cloud of dust. We all know.
That reminds me of what Derek Beckering did when I crashed.
I'm sure. I'm sure there was a couple.
He literally saved my life. I sent this. Josh Hill sent this to Derek, and then Derek sent this to me a couple days ago. That's funny that you put this in the viral load.
Ooh, we got a huge viral load today. Hold on, I didn't have
it. Throwing up?
He might be. Wait until it sucks that there we go. This is the slow motion version, but
ow.
I don't understand how these people, was he sitting like on his rear fender when he hit the takeoff of that thing? It's gonna start back over. But
MK Miller. You think he drinks Millers or Budweisers?
I don't think he drinks beer yet. Look at him.
Oh, that kid. Yeah, I think he's on the different stuff.
Look at his bars. That's not a beer drinker. They're too low. All right. Look at this. I'm always impressed at the amount of rebound people get out of their suspension. What the hell is going on? How do you even get that much bounce?
That's seat bouncing.
Dude,
they put the bounce on the seat.
Like I said, he had to have been sitting all the way on his rear fender. All right, this is a short clip, but this is a good one. This Evil Knievel finally did it.
Oh, those are so sick. I have one in my garage. I love it, but I don't understand how he gets it to jump so far.
Dude, watch this. It's like perfect. You have an actual Evil Knievel bike.
You know it's a wind-up toy.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that he upgraded the gears in it, and then he uses a drill. Durant's really speeded up because those things launch, but that's fucking crazy because look at his little setup too. He has like
Yeah.
a helicopter in case he gets airlifted out.
Look, he's got wedges under the ramp.
Wedges under the ramp. It failed already once. He already got airlifted already once. That's bigger than most people go, actually.
Dude, comparatively, yeah,
That
that's
thing's
probably like
huge.
500 feet.
I think he set the record. That's Kobe Raha.
Look at how much running. There's not even barely any running. But I think you're right. He
We
must
should
get it.
invite that guy next time to Rawville, and then he can do a world record on his little mini bike like
There
that,
you
the
go.
mini Evil Knievel, and then Kobe can do his thing.
He needs to get a like some, instead of a gear reduction, like something to make the drill spin even faster, so we can burn the wheels off of that thing. And this, here you go. You sent me this one.
Dude.
Supercross fans. Here, hold on. I think he's.
Cut the show. I'm done. Take me off. Take me off. What's going on?
That's how I feel when we talk about all the
I'm done. Cut the show. I'm done. Take me off.
Tomac being out really does hurt. It stings. I kind of had oddly, weirdly, like people are gonna hate me for it, but oddly, I was like, it's not that bad with Jet being out. This gives another opportunity for someone else to win it. And then Eli goes out, and it's like, oh god, that it was his comeback season, possibly his last year. Who knows if we ever see?
Well, he's supposed to do Supercross only next year.
It's nuts.
Supercross only next year.
I heard that he's trying to make, like, if he can have the surgery and stuff, like he could possibly return to like maybe motocross.
Yeah, I think so. You don't really need your
Legs.
no. I heard that he got a robot leg, to be quite honest.
Yeah, you
with
don't
you.
really need your
He's
legs
gonna be
for motocross,
riding.
man.
He's gonna be riding the following weekend, not this weekend, the weekend after, wherever that is, with his robot leg.
Yeah, that guy's like Eli Tomac would be the guy that get a Terminator leg.
No, I just
ET.
heard he was gonna remove his fibula so he could suck his own. Oh, that's the wrong.
Marilyn Manson. Remember that rumor?
Yeah.
I seen that meme to where like that's the greatest thing my generation ever did.
Yeah.
Start the rumor of Marilyn Manson removed ribs.
Yeah. That's hilarious. All right, boys.
Clint, what do you think?
What?
Hey, we haven't even touched real quick. Let's touch on who you think is going to win the lights class.
Oh yeah. There's no money involved, so I'm just out of it.
No, let's just toss up like a Hail Mary. My Hail Mary is Austin Faulkner.
That would be, if he's, man, he looked so off last week. And just
I heard
not
he was sick. I think broadcast said that too, correct?
Yeah, they did. But still, was he almost dead? Like how sick was he? He probably shouldn't have been in the stadium.
I wouldn't even sick. That's what's crazy about it, because like if you're really sick, I can honestly say I've been so sick to where like I'm like, if I had to ride a dirt bike, I don't know what. No, so it has to affect you.
Yeah, you can still pull it off. I've been very sick, very hungover, and had to ride a dirt bike, and yeah, you can do it. Not optimally, but you can do it.
You see do you see that glitch?
It's the Matrix, bro.
I'm in the Matrix right now. But yeah, Faulkner looks good. Faulkner has a chance to have some good results. Anstey, of course, is going to be like one of the guys.
I do think Anstey, man, he is always fast, right? And I feel like he doesn't do good later on in the championships when it gets like pressure. But right now he seems so much faster than everybody, because I don't feel like he was stressing or anything to win that race.
No.
He was like doing like Malcolm. They both had the same race, like where they just happened to be on that night and really feeling the track and just riding a pace that was comfortable to them and ended up winning the race. I mean, I feel like Max was even the same way. He was just running like he could have done that all day.
He was maxed out.
He wasn't maxed out.
That's true. That's very true.
He didn't even get Ansty.
Ansty? I mean, Ansty's going to be tough this weekend for sure. And then
You didn't get my joke.
I mean, Hymus can have a decent result, but I don't really see Hymus on the podium.
So apparently Hymus had only ridden like 3 days prior to going there. So he did really good. And I can pull up the results. But I feel like he did really good for riding like 3 days prior. There he is, Hymus, 6th. I mean, that's not bad. Although, I mean, I was going to say, Cullen Park's riding good, huh? Because he beat Nate Thrasher, Levi Kitchen, Carson Mumford. I mean, I would say those are the...
Cameron McAdoo had a pretty good running.
Yeah, with no ACL.
He was probably riding balls. Hey, he was going balls out.
He was not as much as last year there.
No, he's a rider that's known to go balls out.
He is. I did a whole video on that last year. That one got a lot of views. Yeah, so we had Max Anstie, Daxton Bennick, who is not racing this weekend because he crashed and has a concussion now during the week. Cameron McAdoo, Seth Hamaker, Tom Vial, Chance Hymus. Man, any one of those guys, obviously minus Dax, I would say any of those guys could win. Chance, Vial. Ooh, Vial will be good because it's ruddy.
Vial. I forgot Vial is going to be tough, man. That guy will probably win. It's going to be... Those are my picks, all right? Faulkner or Vial is going to win it.
Just those two?
Yep. Those are my two Hail Marys.
Yeah. But I mean, for the race this weekend, I was going to say any of these guys could, but Max did seem really fast. Although, you know, how it doesn't translate to every single track every weekend. So it's really hard. I think there's 5 guys here that can win, including Nate Thrasher, Levi Kitt. There's at least 5, right?
Thrasher's really fast.
McAdoo, Hamaker, Vial. Maybe I'll leave Hymus out. Thrasher, Kitchen. Those guys can for sure win. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Faulkner, 7. Where did Faulkner finish? 17th. RJ Hampshire. So we're up to 8 people that can win. 6 to 8 people that can win. Pierce Brown, well, he's out for the season, so we'll not worry about that one right now. That wasn't good. I'm sorry, Pierce. No, that was shitty. He was killing it. All right, everybody. Skrany's got text messages to write.
No, that's my iPad. I'm learning.
What were you studying?
I can spill knowledge into the minds of our viewers.
Okay, so let me get this, and we're gonna write it down because I do have a little bit of money in the BetOnline account. So
this is important, guys. Listen to this.
Okay, who do we? And remember, BetOnline, where it doesn't have the only head-to-head is Cooper Webb, Ken Roxon.
Let's go. Oh, we have a differences on that one.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah, don't do that one. I only want to do a bet to where we're both agreeing on it.
Well, that's fine. I'll bet some money on Ken. He's plus 155. Coop's negative 220. So if you're gonna risk some, it's better to do it on that one anyway.
Trust my instinct on this. Roxon's pissed. He didn't even get a full moto in last week. He was running decent. He was moving through the pack. He could have been a contender for the lead, but other than Malcolm just being shredding all throughout the night, it would have been tough. But let's do the head-to-head versus Cooper Webb and hit the plus. What is it? 155.
Yep.
Dude, that's money. That's a little money. That's more money for your bet. So that's
So
the
what
money
are
bet.
we betting?
Since we're just
10 bucks.
doing it for fun, spits and uh, laughs and giggles and flexing on our viewers. Let's just do like $5-10.
Yeah, 10 bucks would win
Do
you
it.
$15.50. All right.
15.
Yeah.
That's not your payout though. The payout's 25, right?
Well, they just wouldn't take your $10.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay, so then to win the race, Chase Sexton is plus 115, Cooper Webb 150, Ken Roxon plus 600. Anderson plus 800, Malcolm plus 1200 still.
No,
Justin
he's
Cooper
not winning
plus
two
33.
back-to-back. We could both say this. Malcolm's the chances of you winning back-to-back are very unlikely.
Very unlikely to go not win in 108 starts or 107 starts, win on 108, exactly. And then win on 109. Probably not.
And then what's the chances of, the highest probability probably lies with Chase Sexton.
Yeah.
The money's kind of a good money bet would be like Anderson just because he's a proven winner and he does have that kind of speed.
Does he?
And then you could look at like your pick, Webb. Webb's a beast, like you said. You said it. Clint said it. He's a dog, and you can't deny that. So if he gets good starts, he's a contender.
But we just put money.
One of the fastest guys during the pre-race. The pre-race show, the qualifiers throughout the day, he's gonna have one of the fastest.
But we just put money on Ken Roxon to beat him, so he can't then.
No. Trust me. I'm just giving him like what give the fans like if they were gonna be betting as well.
Yeah.
And then Ken Roxon, he is the guy that it gets great starts. He already wins races. He was leading the points at one point this season. He is going to be very, very hungry and he's very healthy this week. Like
I would have to. I almost feel like the overall I would like to, and I don't know how late betting is because they do close it, but I would kind of like to see practice to be able to be like.
Very true, Clint.
See who I feel like has the upper hand that night or is gelling with the track.
Chase Sexton is like that already a championship caliber guy to where like that's like the safe. If you're trying to be safe and we're just like being fun with it, so it's like
your safe bets in my mind. Your safe bets are Webb and Sexton. And then I
like Sexton.
And then I think if you want to try and sprinkle some money out from what I'm looking at here, I would just say Roxon and Anderson are really the only other two people so far this year that I feel like have a shot to win.
So then, like, since we put money on the Roxon,
I know. I think if you went
Roxon Webb one, I think we should go Sexton, and then that would be basically guaranteed money if Sexton and or Roxon wins the race, and those are two very likely people to win the race.
So do you just go? I mean, I guess this is a little bit maybe safer money, but if you're gonna risk it, it's like why not just risk it on him to win for plus 600?
Who?
Roxon. That same $10 would get you 60.
Okay, do that then because Roxon is nasty and he's like. I saw this week like he actually had a day off and was riding his mountain bike. Like he's that prepared. Like he can. I don't know if that says too much stuff, but like he's prepared. Like he's fit. He's prepared. They have a program. He rides with. Pretty sure he trains and rides with the Sexton, the KTM group.
And then
it's whatever you're doing, though.
Well,
look at his results.
I know. My problem is I would like to
Coop?
No, I would like to see practice because I like to see how they're riding, and then I kind of get a feel of how I feel like they're gonna do. Let's look at results from
It was Tampa. Yeah, it was Tampa, buddy.
2024. Where are we going?
Sexton.
Detroit. Yeah, but how did Kenny do? Just in general.
We should watch that one.
450 main events. Starting lineup. Official results. Jet Lawrence, Chase Sexton, Ken Roxon. So, like I said, I think he's pretty good in the ruts. All right.
It's
Well,
looking like
what?
look at the track right there. It's not that ruddy. I mean, yeah, I mean it's fair, I guess.
It's a little bit ruddy.
It's like Anderson gets the whole shot, mind you, last year, and then leads up until. Oh, that's not the main. Damn, that wasn't the main. He won. Basically, he won a heat though.
But you could still do $10
Okay,
on Ken, $10 on
Mookie trash. Webb, look at Webb's bad starts affect him all the time. He's got ninth start right there. Like Roxon, consistent top 5 start. I'm looking at the starts. Sexton popped out to an early like second place start. He actually passes Jet Lawrence. So Sexton's fast here, dude.
well, he won the year before.
He passes Jet Lawrence has a 3-second lead. He catches up to Jet.
Well then. So that's what I was gonna say. I think that you do money on Sexton and
Lawrence won that race, okay.
yeah, and Roxon. I mean, you're basically putting money on Roxon like you would have been on an Anderson, and maybe you put a little less. You put $5 instead of $10, right?
Yeah.
Because then if he wins, you're making.
You're basically hedging your bet.
Yeah, exactly. So you could do $5 on him and then 10 on Sexton. And then it's $11.50 for Sexton. You'd lose 10, but if Kenny was the one that beat him, you'd still make $20.
$20, yeah. Yeah, Kenny's beating Webb this weekend. That's just a gut feeling I have, just because Cooper, just like what I saw just now, Cooper popped out to a 9th place start. Roxon 4th place start, not bad at all.
Like
and
I said,
that's kind of like what it is normally. Kind of just seems that way to where, like, who do you think has average better starts? It's probably Roxon in between those two.
yeah, for sure.
So that's a huge advantage right off the bat. So let's go.
It's just late in
Roxon
the
and
race.
Sexton.
Didn't Cooper already come up and pass Roxon this past weekend before he crashed?
Trust me, he was fast.
I know that.
There's some sections where like Cooper's been fast all this season a couple times, and you're like, damn.
Well, so what we'll do is we'll post our final. I'll post our final bets up before the race happens, depending on when I got to leave to go plow tomorrow, and we'll do it that way, and then we'll check in afterwards and see how we did.
We're not going to tell you guys what he's going to plow. We're going to leave that to your imagination.
That's right. Mystic Plowing. You remember Mystic Pizza? I think that's what it was called. You don't remember that? You're probably too young for that. All right. Now that I alienated myself from all my peers. All right. We're out of here, guys. I will post up what we actually end up betting. Like I said, I'd like to wait for practice because I like to see how people are feeling on that given day because you never know if somebody shows up and all of a sudden, like Faulkner, he's got the flu or syphilis or whatever the hell happened to him.
Faulkner's gonna show up this weekend. Bet on it. Can't bet on it,
Well,
but
we can't
I'm gonna bet on
it. We'll have to do just like they do football pools. Can we do that on the internet or is that illegal?
What, football betting?
Well, yeah, but just do it for like motocross.
I wish like if you and I set up a fantasy,
Yeah.
I'm in a fantasy league. I'm motocross action. That's the best one.
But can you wager money or do you got to buy in or whatever and then you win the pot?
You could do it, but then you could like wager money. Like I bought into this league. It was $100. Like so, the winner take all, and there's 18 people.
Cool.
So it makes it fun. We should do that between me and you, like not just be like a couple of us and any other people that want to join in, but it needs to be fun for.
Yeah, because we could do it for FMX too. Because I was thinking about that. We need to include more FMX clips and stuff, especially in viral load. I guess until we have some events actually happen, but it'll be cool. I'm excited because they have the NXT bets has X Games.
Okay, that's good. That's interesting.
So, and I think they even have like
I'll put my money on it. I'll put my whole paycheck on Patrick Evans.
I was just gonna say, I was thinking about Whip last year, and I was like, we all knew who was gonna win going into that
Evans,
thing.
give me my money on Patrick Evans. Give me my money on R. Willie. Give me my money on Brady. Give me. I mean, there's some athletes that I want to put some money on.
In the bet one. Hold on. Okay, NXT bets just for the heck of it. X Games, which they're not going to have summer up at this point. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So it's funny now. I'm like, do I know any inside information, which I usually don't.
For best whip, give me best trick. That's gonna give me Harry Bink. I mean, not Harry Bink, not even close. I mean, I meant Jacko Strong for that. Yeah. And then give me Brady Baker for best trick BMX. Give me Nigel Houston for the street. Give me R. Willie, maybe best trick.
And BMX, yeah.
Go ahead and give me Raw Dog. Or Raw Dog for
quarter pipe.
Higher. Yeah.
Or
I want to say Creed too. Creed's great.
Yeah, but I would Creed. That's who I was thinking as well.
Creed and Novice. I mean, I wonder how long. Man, that event is that event is awesome. But I wonder how long. You know, I don't know. It's just crazy because not many people have an opportunity to ride quarter pipe anymore.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. But the quarter pipes, so far, they've had better luck on people not getting hurt on them. So that's why they've done more quarter pipe stuff and gotten rid of like traditional best trick and stuff like that for the most part.
And then give me Biker Sherlock for luge.
Yep. How about an aggressive inline? I don't remember anybody's name.
Give me Darius Rutger.
Isn't that the guy from some band?
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah, exactly. I want John Hopper from Blues Traveler because he's all thin now.
That's so funny you called me out for that, and then what? I'm like, dude,
that's a musician.
Yeah.
All right. We're out of here, everybody. We went way longer than we were trying to. It's 49 minutes.
Subscribe, and we'll do this. We'll keep this shit on the regular program if you guys want to like and subscribe. I see none of that. Come on, guys.
Yeah, we've gotten a couple of new follows.
Hey, we saw viewers for our lives. We're gonna continue to do live videos each and every week. Race results, predictions, throwing some bets out there, and look at Clint Clint's about his cent. Clint's looking for a couple cent, and we're gonna place a couple bets. We're gonna post them, and then on probably Monday or Sunday we'll show you guys how we did. If we're broke or we are living in the penthouse.
Hell yeah!
And
All
I
right.
feel like we're gonna be upper echelon.
I think I really wish we could bet top threes because that would be much easier than just being like, who's going to actually just take the whole thing, you know? I do like the head to heads as well.
We're going to be eating lobster and steak on freaking Sunday night, buddy.
All right, let's do it. All right, everybody. Tell us your bets, who you think's going to win, all that jazz, and anything you want us to go over. Or you got any cool.
Put them in the royal.
Yeah, or if you got any cool videos or anything you want us to watch, same thing, shoot them on over and we'll do it. Same thing on Instagram. You can send us shit over there too. All right.